I'd like to share an idea with you around the concept of unlearning. And before I even start, this idea of unlearning seems a slightly strange idea to many people. We're in an age of information. We're in an age that we value knowledge. We go and we train and we learn more things. We're constantly being fed more information. So why would you want to get rid of any of the information? Well, the best analogy I can give is it's a bit like hoarding. Sometimes the house can get so full of stuff that you can't actually function in the house anymore. Sometimes our heads get so full of information that we no longer are able to have the clarity of thought and have the clear perspective that we need. So this is where unlearning sits. And we have a natural tendency to do it. We have a natural tendency to let go of things that no longer serve us. I'm sure that there are many things that you've learnt in the past that you've forgotten. And you've forgotten because you don't need them anymore. But there are other things that you've learnt in the past that you hold on to. There are other things that you learn that you keep hold of because you perceive that they have a benefit to you. And this is where the unlearning starts to become more interesting. And to illustrate this, I was sent to a school when I was 9 years old that was a very difficult place for me to be. So as a 9-year-old, I developed a strategy that helped me cope with walking into a school where I knew nobody. And that strategy appeared to work for me. I got what I needed from the strategy. And so at 10 years old, I carried on with the strategy. At 13, I still had the same strategy. At 15, I still had the same strategy. At 18, I still had the same strategy. You carry on, repeat, 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 because this particular response seems to be working for you. So roll on to my mid-30s, and I suddenly had this moment of awareness that one of my key strategies for dealing with situations I'd developed with the emotional intelligence of a 9-year-old. But I'd taken that idea and I'd held on to it for so long, I'd made it such a central part of my coping strategies that it was important to me. And I didn't know how to let it go. But it was only the awareness that I was doing it that actually enabled me to let go. So one of the main pieces around unlearning, or one of the core things that happens around unlearning, is first of all the awareness. We need to be aware of what we are doing, how we are responding, what techniques we are bringing to bear in certain situations. And in doing that, we can start to then question whether they're useful. And if they're no longer useful, we don't actively have to forget them. Just the fact that we know that it's not useful to carry on doing this means that we will change our behaviour. We will unlearn that response. We will let that part of ourselves go. So the first piece to share with you around unlearning is unlearning has got a huge amount to do with awareness, and awareness of the use of a habit, the awareness of how you're applying a technique, and the question of, does this serve me? To find out more about unlearning, to find out more about the ideas that we work with the Green Chair and how they can help your organisation, please contact the Green Chair. Thank you.